The Amityville Horror. The Amityville Horror is a tale that has chilled the spines of many, blending the lines between reality and supernatural lore. It begins in the quiet town of Amityville, New York, where a charming Dutch colonial house stood at 112 Ocean Avenue. This story, steeped in tragedy and horror, unfolds over the years, leaving a trail of questions and fears in its wake. The horror began on a cold night in November 1974. The DeFeo family, residing in the seemingly peaceful home, fell victim to a heinous crime. The eldest son, Ronald DeFeo Jr., in a chilling and unexplained act, brutally murdered 6 members of his family while they slept. This atrocious act sent shockwaves through the small community, casting a dark shadow over the house. A year after the murders, in December 1975, the Lutz family, George and Kathy, along with their 3 children, eagerly moved into the house, hoping to start a new chapter of their lives. Unbeknownst to them, the house had a gruesome story, and their dream home was about to turn into a nightmarish abode. Almost immediately after moving in, the Lutz family claimed to experience unexplainable and terrifying phenomena. George Lutz, typically a rational man, found himself waking up at 3:15 a.m. every morning, around the time the DeFeo murders were believed to have happened. Kathy experienced vivid nightmares about the murders and claimed to feel unseen forces physically assaulting her. The children also reported frightening experiences. They spoke of seeing a pair of glowing red eyes, likened to those of a demonic creature, outside their windows. The family also reported red slime oozing from walls and keyholes, and swarms of flies inexplicably appearing in the dead of winter. One of the most harrowing accounts from the Lutz family was the transformation of Kathy's appearance. George claimed to have witnessed Kathy transform into an old woman, her hair turning white, her face wrinkling, and her voice becoming unrecognizable. This phenomenon, unexplained and terrifying, added to the escalating fear within the household. The house seemed to have a life of its own. Doors were reported to have been ripped from their hinges, foul odors permeated the house without a source, and a mysterious red room was found hidden behind shelving in the basement, a room that was not in the house's blueprints and chilled those who entered it. The Lutz family consulted a priest, Father Mancuso, to bless the house. During his visit, Father Mancuso claimed to hear a voice commanding him to get out while he was sprinkling holy water. Shortly after, his mouth and his hands began to be covered with flies, and he left immediately. After enduring 28 days of increasing terror, the Lutz family fled the house, leaving all their possessions behind. They were convinced that the house was possessed by an evil entity, and they could not continue living in such a malign environment. The story of the Amityville Horror caught the public's imagination. J. Anson published a book titled The Amityville Horror in 1977, detailing the Lutz family's experiences. The book was a bestseller, blurring the lines between fact and fiction, and was later adapted into a successful film series. Skeptics and believers have debated the authenticity of the Lutz family's experiences. Some suggest that the family concocted the story for fame and financial gain, while others believe their account of supernatural occurrences. The debate is complicated by conflicting statements and evidence over the years. The subsequent owners of the house reported no paranormal activities, casting further doubt on the Lutz family's story. However, the Amityville house continues to be a symbol of horror and mystery, attracting curiosity and fear. Despite the skepticism, the tale of the Amityville Horror remains a significant part of paranormal lore. It raises questions about the existence of supernatural forces and the impact of tragic events on a location. The story, whether fact or fiction, continues to intrigue and terrify, a testament to the enduring power of a good horror story. In the end, the Amityville Horror story is a blend of documented tragedy and the unknown, a narrative that has captivated the imagination of the public for decades. It stands as a reminder of the thin veil between the natural and the supernatural, the explained and the unexplained, leaving us to ponder the true nature of the events that took place in that small house in Amityville.